Really enjoy it. I think you really enjoy it. And I want to tell you, overall impression is everybody making leaping bounds, improve your English. So in a poem, so word understanding. So just wanted you to know. Okay, so now I don't have a lot of comment because you write it so good. There's not much for me to change or comment about. The truth, I'm impressed. So,
Did you get it?
yeah, did very good.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about it.
Did a good job. Now let's share the poem. I'm gonna the first person going to go with that's Noah's. The smell of the rain, the earthly scent
That's
of the
mine.
rain. Okay, Naomi,
Okay.
read it for us.
Everyone on it.
I
I didn't get yours.
I sent it. So.
Oh, there it is.
That's you didn't.
What? Up there. I didn't realize it.
Yeah, stop playing your hair.
Electric changes his profile picture like every single time.
This is the best. This is the best.
Okay, let's start.
Yes, ready?
Mhm.
Yep. The earthy scent of the rain is all around. That musky aroma is pulled from the ground. All living things are ready to be filled. For God brought the rain, and a renewal of life is what he willed. Racing in the air, the clouds come in quick. That petrichor smell is now very thick. The smell of the rain is one of a kind. With its delightful scent, it is soothing to the mind, and the purpose of its coming is very much divine.
Wow, that is very impressive. Especially the rhyming so together, I really like it. One thing is form. I think it's good form. Everything. How many lines you got here?
Like total?
So, yeah, pairs like that's 9 lines in
9.
total. So normally rhyme together.
Should it be for God brought the rain and a renewable life is what he willed, or
Let me finish then the observation here. It's like when you go to the rhyme in between paired sentences, you want it to be even numbers, you know. So unless the one, like the last one, divine, unless you of a kind, that kind of thing, or else it's standing out there like like unpaired with others. So you break the form just a little bit. So you want to use a form, which in this case obviously you intend to do. You want to be consistent with your form, unless you have a word speculation, special reason for the last sentence. Let's say stand out. There's a reason why this don't want it to be conform to the routine. Making sense to you? So yeah. Oh, it's this. When you suddenly follow certain routine and suddenly break out, there's not really a reason for it. Then that is basically inconsistency is not the things you want to do in certain forms, right? So again, your question is
up here for
renewal.
God brought the rain and renewal of life is what he willed. Is that good, or should I? Look
I
like
think
someone-
a renewed life
A
would be
renewed?
good. Yeah. A renewed the life. A renewed life. Not a renewal of life.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because renewal is one
Can someone else do that?
more.
What? On a computer.
Do what?
No, that's you.
Skipping. Do what? It's like not letting me go down.
Let me help for you. Image for you. Oh yeah, Esther, you guys don't move things.
Can you change that?
You take control of the document.
I
Then
don't know what we're changing.
huh?
I don't know what I'm changing.
Renewed.
A renewed life. Mm-hmm. NEWED. Delete the F.
That's not it?
The
Delete
word
the F.
behind it.
Oh.
Yeah. Then renew the life. Is that it? Sounds good to
Yeah,
you?
it does, yeah.
Okay. Now, anything else you think can be improved?
Is my, well, I guess you were talking about setting up, but is the bigger space here good, like a separation from this?
Yeah, I think you don't want to separate that. If you consider this one format down the road, unless you have cluster thoughts, cluster sentences will
Well,
be
I
separate.
thought it was kind of a different thought though.
Are there a different thought? Okay,
I thought
good.
like kind of.
Okay, that's good. Then keep that form. I don't mind that. So yeah.
Okay.
Now, you might want to pair the last one with something else so that divine can be paired together. I don't know how you do that, but if I was the writer of the poem, I would do that. You know,
Do you
so
like add something else?
yeah, pair the last sentence together so you can become a 10 lines rather than
Yeah.
9 lines. So that's a form thing, you know. So in terms the way how you use the language, I really like the earthy, musky. And the particular word I learned from you is a pitch card. Pitch card, that word is a very
That
interesting
it actually
word.
means like it's the meaning
New-
of the smell of rain.
Yeah, yeah.
I
So
learned that while
Yeah.
writing this poem.
is that right? Okay, that is a very outstanding, that word. Yeah. And there's things like you said, racing the air as a crowd coming quickly. That is very expressive, you know. So I like those things. So and pulled from the ground. That is very expressive, you know. So
The
those are
smell, yeah, the smell you're actually smelling when you like smell the rain is like the earthy.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
actually the rain when it falls on the ground. And that's
Yeah,
what you're smelling is that,
yeah,
that
yeah.
earthy smell. when it's
There you
falling on
go.
the ground.
There you go. Also, the whole flow of thoughts and the summing up of this poem, the purpose is coming, is very much divine. That is very thoughtful. So, overall, I think you did an outstanding job. So, the best poem you ever written. So, yeah, obviously. So, that is like a huge difference. You know, like if you before I give a scale, it's 4. Right now you get 8 to me. So that's how good it is to me. I mean, I'm not good critic, you know. So no one knows the best. So let's hear his comments.
I do think it's good. I like the poem.
Yeah.
It's like one thing that kind of bugs me a little bit is the second.
Let me define the 10. 10 means your potential. Okay, not compared to others. You know? Yeah. Okay.
Just like something a little funny where you say like it's hard to catch and therefore it's not like a huge deal. But when you say the smell of rain is one of a kind with its delightful scent, so you're saying that a smell has a smell when you're saying that. Do you see what I mean right there?
Yeah.
So if you were to say with its delightful scent, then you'd be talking about something else than an actual smell. So even when I say a smell has a smell, you'd probably ask, well, what's wrong with that? Well, you're basically saying that something has something that it already is. So like that's for instance saying that
Yeah.
the color
Well,
green
what's what I'm
is
saying
colored
though.
green.
What I'm saying is the smell
It's-
of the rain.
that's what you call a tautology, is what that's known as, where you say it's green because it's colored green. So it's hard to catch. It's just so it's like a
maybe I'm just
small.
confused because what I was trying to say is, or the smell
So
of the
instead
rain
of
is
saying
one
with
of a kind.
its delightful scent,
and
you'd
with,
say-
with its delightful scent, it is soothing to the mind.
And what is it?
It's smell.
Yeah. So
With its smell.
with
it is
smells,
soothing to the
delightful
mind.
sense.
So your object
That's
and
good. Yeah, I
You-
think it's okay.
yeah, I'm just saying. Like my thing is, your object in the line above is the smell of rain. So the smell of rain. You're not talking about rain just by itself. You're talking about the smell of rain. That's your object in the sentence above, and you're saying that the smell of rain has a scent. Do you see what I mean?
Let's just think about the coffee, the aroma of the coffee, then the smell of coffee. So the aroma of the smell of coffee or use the aroma of coffee. The difference, am I? So in this case, the smell of rain is not rain itself. Then you said it's a sense, delightful sense. So it can work like that, but it still, as no one noticed, there is some repetition there. Scent and the smell is the same word, you know,
Yeah.
describing the same
So
object.
all you would have to do is just change you could still say really everything you said, except saying instead of saying with its delightful scent, you could say a delightful scent. It is soothing to the mind, or something
That's
like that.
right. Yeah. Delightful.
You could make it better than that. Just make it in that structurist way.
Yeah, I like it. Basically, get rid of it. So don't carry on the sentence to induce confusion.
That little
Yeah.
mistake there is not like a mistake that ruins your poem at all. It's
Yeah.
just it makes your poem more solid and more improved when you
Yes.
make sense.
I think
Yes.
that where I was getting confused was probably where I was trying to go with mind, so I just
Mm.
added like with its scent. That scent is what is soothing to the mind, so I was just trying to. I get kind
It
of.
just had to do with wording. It wasn't what you're actually thinking that I think is bad. I'm talking about your wording was just in this place.
Yeah.
Yeah, poems is art of language. Every word means something. It's not like essay or prose. Sometimes you can be wordy or verbose about things. In poem construction, every word may be very meticulously arranged. Or else it's out of just like a spot. So yeah. So
Along those lines, another thing about the poem is that, and I know you tried to fix this a little bit because I think Mom had mentioned it herself, but you, in my opinion, you use the words smell and scent a little bit too frequently throughout the
Mom
poem.
said that?
Well, she had said that you were using smell too many times, so I think you fixed it by changing it to scent.
To Esther.
Yeah, I think she was
She was
talking
talking
Oh.
to Esther about that. It wasn't me, but.
Well, that is, I think it's kind of the case. that
the
you're-
similar thing here.
Yeah.
You use smell twice, scent twice. So, which you did a wonderful job to use a array of different words to describe the same smell, So, but you don't want to repeat things, So, it's, especially when it becomes the subject matter. So,
Yeah, it is like we were saying. The smell of rain is the subject matter. So by using the word even within the title of the subject so often, you're only kind of hitting in the same spot too many times. You want to get around the whole subject, and the way you do that is by describing the same thing from different angles. Obviously, not in a repetitive way.
things you're gonna have to improve because the poem is, again, it's a little bit sophisticated, delicate art. So straightforward in poem writing is not the best approach of writing things. So making sense to you, So
When people repetitively use a word, they actually do it intentionally in a really sometimes artistic way. Like they repeat the same thing over and over again, but it adds to the effect instead of seeming like a mistake.
yeah, in a speech on a address, that is very important to repeat the same keywords again. and
Man, that
again.
has a name. I forget what that's called.
But in the poems or certain artistic ways, you try to invade those keywords so that this is one of it what the art really means, So making sense to you, So rather than say it's a girl, you would say elegant, beautiful creature, something like that, So it's artistic. The will for certain art forms requires those kind of nuances. So yeah. Go ahead.
I think I don't have too much more to say. It's
Oh, that's very beautiful points, Noah. Thank you for broadening the discussion here. Now, those are serious key skills for appreciating and improve your the ability to compose poems. Okay, appreciating poems, you look at those things, you can say, oh, that's how artists they are, how beautiful they are. That's why they don't just straightforward talk like that. So oh, that's because it's art of poetry, demand a certain ways of expression.
One thing I want to say may be somewhat irrelevant, but I actually kind of appreciate Naomi's rhyming scheme, even with
That's
divine,
beautiful. It is beautiful.
Even with divine being somewhat different from the words before, because listen, there's even a rhythm in the rhyming scheme. It goes around, ground, filled, filled, quick, thick, kind, mind, and then there's the peculiar, unique,
separate.
and also concluding and
I
powerful
see.
phrase of
I see.
divine. But it doesn't it doesn't rhyme perfectly with the ones before it, but it even serves to
That-
separate it.
that's
even more
very
unique.
good point. Very good
It's just a
point.
good
Yeah.
conclusion.
Yeah, in that way, I will not have the 3 sentences in one paragraph. So I don't know. That may be also okay. That's the only way to really define it. But while we're meticulous of sort of saying nothing, actually those are very important tools, powerful tools for the expressing a poem. A matured poet knows how to arrange things in different stanzas, different rhymes, different cluster of sentences to make a statement beyond the word, beyond the sentence itself. Making sense to you? So, yeah. So, anyway, Noah, do you have anything else?
No, I don't.
Okay. We're going to have somebody else read your poem. Why don't you read it?
Me?
Oh, read Naomi. Me read Naomi's
You
poem?
read Naomi's poem, yeah. You're going to read Esther's poems.
The earthy scent of the rain is all around. That musky aroma is pulled from the ground. All living things are ready to be filled, for God brought the rain. A renewed life is what He willed. Racing in the air, the clouds come in quick. That petrichor smell is now very thick. The smell of rain is one of a kind, a delightful scent. It is soothing to the mind, and the purpose of its coming is very much divine.
That's beautiful. Now, that and there in the last sentence is pretty much needed. Teasing you a little bit, but true, right? So, that's the proper way of using that. I'm joking with you. Okay, Esther, we're going to read Esther's poem.
I don't know, mine might need some work.
You think so?
Yeah.
Too late?
Too late.
No, I mean, like, you guys help work.
Oh, yeah, okay, we'll do that.
man.
We'll do that mercilessly. Yeah, smell that. Okay.
Alright.
Okay.
The smell of rain.
Wait,
What?
the message I got from you was a comment on mine. Like, I don't see your poem. Oh, it's down here.
Okay. The smell of rain. Quiet and still you sit in your house until the sound of rain comes down. You take a step outside your door and inhale the wonderful outdoor. Oh wait, that wasn't really. Outdoor odor.
That's awkward. That's all.
That's awkward.
Yeah, no. Adore is one word to begin with. So sorry. Adore is like something
Outdoor.
not healthy smell. It is
Yeah, I think I was actually mom or something.
something smelly actually.
Wait, mom sex or something?
Odor.
Odor. Yeah.
Odor.
Odor. The odor. The wonderful outdoor is good enough for me.
Arms are outdoor.
But you outside your door and
A wonderful outdoor.
yeah, I don't know that word outdoor. I don't want. You already outside your door, so the outdoor
Outside.
is a little bit bitter.
Take a step outside your door and inhale the wonderful
Odor.
Wonderful, inhale the wonderful world. Why not the whole world? New world. Yeah. I mean that's whole. That's important. You inhale the universe, not the world. Mars and Jupiter all year long.
Inhale the ground.
Okay, I'll just finish. The smell of rain, how the scent fills the air with its fresh, unique, earthy aroma.
Well, that's like a cluster for things is repeated the same thing. So I'm not criticize you, but the smell of rain standing out there for what reason? I'm not criticizing you, okay? So it's like you got to have some thoughts attached to it. So, yeah. Okay, how the sense? I would just get rid of that one
This?
to begin with. The smell of rain, that sentence. No, not the last one. Not the last one. You see, you already the wonderful world. You inhaled it. Yeah. So you continue to talk about your feelings and hold the scent. the scent, not the words. How the I don't know. Noah, help us.
I think that's fine.
Okay, how the scent.
Esther's poem is not trying to express like a deeper meaning. It's talking
Yeah,
about experience. and
experience,
I think
exactly.
that's fine.
Yeah.
It's just appreciating the smell of rain, and I think she does that well, actually.
Yeah.
Read the rest.
Esther's poems are always second person telling us to do something.
Yeah. But let's listen. The last sentence is a little bit awkward to me. I'm not sure. Run with open arms into the wonderful. What? That's a cluster of words. It's
That
the
took her favorite scent of
Yeah.
everything.
yeah fragrant scent.
I forgot
That's
to
a
change
ca-
that.
It's also the same thing. So yeah. You don't need to smell the rain to repeat. That's unnecessary there. Yeah. Smell the rain, that three word can be delayed. Yeah, there we go. So you already inhale the whole world. I think the embrace is good. Run and embrace the wonderful Pachaka. There we go. Run and embrace. Not into, the wonderful Pachaka. So treat it like something, like a person, right? So, which is anyway, I think that's really good, actually. Noah, go ahead. Your turn.
I like it. There's not like a large amount to say or to criticize because it's very simple.
Okay. I'm gonna continue to criticize you a little bit. Is okay? So okay. Quietly, you sit in your house. Quiet is still the same thing. So you don't want to repeat. So, you sit in your house. I don't know, in quietness or in stillness, whatever. Until the sound rain comes down. I would say the sound rain rushes in, right? Because it's coming down as if you're under the rain. You take a step outside your door. That is, there you stepped out your door, something like nature.
Wait, say that again.
Step out your door. Makes accent, basically.
So just step out.
Take a step is a step, man. Step out. So step out outside your door. That's like out your door. Good. Now step out you step out your door and inhale the wonderful world. I would use the word a world wonder. So rather than wonderful world.
Inhale the world wonder.
A world of wonder. A world wonder. Yeah.
I don't get that. What is that? What is no,
No,
yes,
yes, no, no, yes, yes.
I'm not trying to crack you. I'm trying to improve the expressive your wording. Making sense to you? The same meaning, but you can arrange English, improve English in such a way that it's more succinct and powerful. Am I? So, Oh, you might want to see the oh, so you can how. How the aroma of the scent, how the aroma fills the air,
The aroma scent.
fills the air. Yeah. No scent. No, carry the word scent. Yeah. Fresh, unique, and earthy. There you go. Carry the aroma. Run and embrace this wonderful Pachaka. This, let's see, this amazing, because a wonderful is repeating stuff. This something. Well, that's my version. Or you?
I like it better than mine.
Yeah. So there you go. Quiet and still. I'm still not sure with that one. So, but Naomi, get on top of it. See what improvement you can do. Magnificent. Magnificent is more. Some overwhelming, word overwhelming. You know, so magnificent is might be too.
Delightful.
Delightful is very good. I like that one. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's perfect. Now, Noah, do you have anything about the quiet still? You think that's good? No? Good.
Yeah, those are different
Yeah.
enough words to where it
Okay.
makes sense.
Okay. So there you go. Then if you're gonna use period, then you have end period all through. If you don't want to use it, then get rid of period. In like exactly at the last sentence. There you go. That's a poem. Yeah. So that's good. Now you
Put a
read.
period after the second stanza.
This one?
Second. That's like the
This one? Oh, this one?
yeah.
Oh, okay. I want you to read it.
Okay.
Mhm.
Quiet and still you sit in your house until the sound of rain rushes in. You step out your door and inhale a world of wonder. Oh, how the aroma fills the air, fresh, unique, and earthy. Run and embrace this beautiful petrichor.
Delightful.
Wow, okay. Delightful.
Yeah, that's your own word.
That was weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you just need to have. We don't have to, I guess, but just put periods throughout the thing that need.
Then,
So
then
after-
girthy. After girthy.
And after.
One
yeah.
girth. Okay.
What are you doing?
Elijah, great.
I thought you said.
All of them.
Wait, you
No,
don't
no,
have
no.
periods and all of them? I thought you were actually supposed to do that.
Don't do it for her.
No,
Don't do it for
here,
her.
here.
Leave it alone.
Oh, wait.
Step out the door.
Hope I didn't
Okay, I
do
want you to do
Wonder.
something. Okay, you want to be busy with the reading it.
Oh, I just haven't.
Oh, how do
Yeah, I'll read it.
Fresh, unique.
Let me
Okay.
just delete all the periods off mine.
But it's gonna look like church.
They're gone.
Okay. I don't see it, but it's gone. I believe you. So, go ahead, read it.
Read Esther's.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, mine.
The smell of rain. Quiet and still you sit in your house until the sound of rain rushes in.
I want you to kind of read expressively. I also don't read poems. Until you get your emotion,
The smell of rain.
get your mind there. Okay.
You step out your door and inhale a world of wonder. Oh, how the aroma fills the air.
No, that's not reading poems. I don't need you rubbling through. Read serious reading a poem. Read with emotion, with understanding. Else don't read poems. You destroy the whole art. So go ahead. Yeah.
Is that you smelling the rain?
Good.
I
Do
need
it
to
again.
smell it before I go.
Okay.
Quiet and still you sit in your house until the sound of rain rushes in. You step out your door and inhale a world of wonder. Oh, how the aroma fills the air.
You're not getting there. You still need to practice reading poems. Or reading something to recite those things a little bit. Like you into the role of reading. Okay? And it's something you have to do. So, wow. You can sing a song very good.
You said oh, it was like someone was telling you it was Monday. Oh.
It is Monday.
Exactly.
But I don't want to feel like Monday. You it's Monday, right? So go ahead. Thank you.
Fresh, unique, and earthly. Run and embrace this delightful petrichor.
And the girthy. Girthy is not the girthy.
I said earthly.
Okay.
It's earthy, not earthly.
I said earthy.
Okay, good. Okay. Good.
I finished.
Ron embrace it like that. Okay, Noah, you do a reading.
Pressure.
The standard. Yeah. I want to practice until getting there. You guys need to learn to read the poems good. Okay, so even you done wrong, but you want to read it. You're serious about it. Else don't write it. Don't read it. Leave it alone. Leave the poem alone. You're not appreciating it, don't leave it alone.
The smell of rain. Quiet and still, you sit in your house until the sound of rain rushes in. You step out your door and inhale a world of wonder. Oh, how the aroma fills the air, fresh, unique, and earthy. Run and embrace this delightful petrichor.
That's beautiful. No, that's a brain effect, meaning artifact. I don't want somebody to sleep as you read poems. Just see, like it's a good time to read your poems. Okay, so, okay. Well, who is next now? Swoosh. So guys, swoosh. Swoosh. He's very expressive. You just don't know about it. Read with passion.
I try.
Try it again.
So I'm reading mine now.
Mm-hmm.
Swoosh, I feel you. Swoosh, I know you. I breathe in, then out. The heavy aroma of
I like that. You're breathing.
The heavy aroma of that swift breeze comes like a silent fowl, a scent recognizable from the days of our fathers' ancestors.
That's beautiful.
With indication of blessing comes an augury of strife. For some hope can it bring to the hearts of man, but dismay also.
That's beautiful. That is a very good poem. That's on your scale. 10 used to be 4. You reach 9 this one. Reaching your potential almost.
I reached 2.
Let me understand. You used to be 4, right now you're about 6. You can do much better. Okay. Make it sense to you guys? The scale is your own ability, okay? But actually, you definitely can do much better. So there's a lot of potential in you. So. But this one is very good, Elijah. It's outstanding improvement from your past writings. You really can feel you put your heart into it. Okay, that's why I really commend you on. Okay, is that you really put your thoughts and heart into it, like you used to just get it done last moment. This one is really, and that shows something. That shows you really begin to like poems and appreciate poems, and you have, as I share with you, great potential in poetry. Okay, so poems have a very unique. It's Chinese actually called 诗有别才. Let me explain to you. It's poetry like music required a talent, a special kind of gifting. So when that gifting is out there, it's more than just words right, express it right. There's a touch of language, you can feel it. You all have that. You just need to tune it and discover it and let it shine forth. So am I making sense to you? So yeah. Language is like music and other things, a powerful tool to express your feelings. And on crown of the language, different forms or literatures, poetry is a jewel, is a crowning jewel, So when you approach poetry, understand everybody have different taking on with literature or their life as whole in a sense. But when you're approaching the language, appreciating in the form of literature, expressiveness through a language, then it's important for you to treat the jewel with the kind of appreciation and attention you needed. Okay, so this is my point. There's certain pieces of art. You just leave it alone one time and know about it and leave it alone. Sometimes you waste the time. To something down that prose I don't read on, But some prose or some poems so good, it's defining standard of language. Therefore, you when you come back to study it again and again and again and again, not sort of for recital, just really for appreciation purposes. More than the pieces of art itself, you need to appreciate the one who has master talents and bring forth that piece of art to you. In a sense, my point, so you can really appreciate the power of language itself, the beautiful language itself. We're studying all the things, and here's the interesting. You do all the things, you spend equal time, but you don't acquire a certain good method to study the subject you're studying. First thing is that it's very ineffective. It's a waste of your time. Second, you're really not learning the essence. It's the same amount of time, same amount of energy. You can really get the shortcut. The shortcut is to get the best way to approach things. Then, finally, more important is any subjects demand a certain kind of interest. If you're not interested in a subject, you waste your time. Say, I'm going to do good, but you're not doing good. Listen to this word, simple fact, my experiences. My testing of Chinese as a language, like you do English, is always a burst. The only subject I failed is the Chinese language. And not because I'm not good with Chinese, to the contrary. It's rather the programming, the testings, doing things based on the materials, the training, the mediocre students, okay? You don't train students, really inspire them to appreciate language. Now, however, my appreciation language and understanding Chinese is very outstanding. I'm writing poems, appreciating poems, right? Because I have passion for the things that was composed, literature stuff. Those are things that are nurtured. So don't let the test or format to confine you. How you do that is that literally when you develop a certain thing, you said, I am interested in it. I want to really learn the essence of things. Now, in any subject require that kind of approach. This is more about be a good, effective student. Something I think Elijah, can you expound about learning from the best? And maybe go ahead, expound a little bit in that principles. So.
What he's saying is just like, we say this a lot, and we've studied this a lot in our teachings on Saturdays, but just like, if you learn from like a person who doesn't really, who has an okay knowledge of what they're talking about, then you will take away a not very good knowledge of what they're teaching. But if you learn from the best, then you at least take away like a mediocre or pretty good idea of what they're talking about and knowledge of it. So,
we Elijah's talents and his giftings is so different than ours, common people, maybe sibling different than your siblings. Now, the way how you appreciate that giftings is oftentimes has to break a certain mode of thinking and acting. So Naomi is very talented and very gifted in certain ways. I'm sorry, let me tell you, I learned how to lesson in this fashion. I'll give you a little bit life story. Remember the guy who I teach Chinese? Yes, a young couple, the Bible translator. Now, I'm a very methodology person. They taught me in immersion. That's before the Rosanna became popular. We actually tried to work out. Want to work with him. We become serious. Want to develop a software to teach people how to do immersion learning. So it's a very unique relationship. But the 6 months is the time I'm more than teaching them Chinese. I actually take on them what they learn is children with education. Early children, how their language developed. Now, the wife is an expert on that. She gave me all the materials about her essays, her writing, her books on early children education. One of the things is the disabled children. People that cannot read were good. The young girl, Kayla, yeah, she suffered. This is the person expert. Beyond that, they have befriended with that. They're expert in language and translate the Bible. So they studied all the translation philosophy, language development theories. They introduced me a whole lot of people, experts, their books, their essays, their private essays, So about language acquisition, that's opened up a whole new world for me. More than just the academic things topic, the whole new world for me for learning spiritual things. Because I never understood what tongue means. I never understood why my language struggling. I can write and read English very good, but I can't speak it. And I have a hard time to put in word, put in thought the things I learn in the spirit. There's no manual book for me to do. And there's so many vision dreams, so many supernatural experiences, it's hard for me to facilitate that. Do you understand my point? Suddenly recognize, it's quite making sense. Because a bunch of teachers out there, first, they may know nothing about the spiritual language, spiritual thoughts. They try to pretend they know to use a human language. The second, nobody has really understand. Well, nobody. You have a whole picture of how the spirit moves until you understand. He is a young believer. I was. And I'm just a young spiritual child. I don't yet know what I'm trying to express. I try to express, I don't know what I try to express. What I want. I'm still learning. My language is still in the formation. Now, at the same time, I don't need to have to read a book, to write a book, to know I can order food for me to eat. Immersion. Immersion doesn't require you to develop your skill like teaching grammars, so the academic approach, basically, intellectual approach, which has dominated language education for all the past until recent time, the immersion method come on board. And that's a huge gap. Most of the language learning, the dominant way of learning languages, I'm not sure no one is learning Spanish by the way, is the academic approach. It's an approach that people use to study some archaic, dead language like Latin, Greek, those kind of things. And they borrow that, try to teach other students like us for dead languages. It's about dead language learning, people that learn Latin. So those methods is borrowed for me to learn more than to learn English. How ridiculous is that? It? But the whole world has a sweeping into this because nobody has really treated learning language as art, as a very legit practice. My point is that in the end, I'm struggling with these two personalities. Beautiful wife, husband, love one another, but they come to me, they're frustrated. Because the gentleman is 16 years old, his wife is a translator, he already learned 10-some languages at the time I met him. 10-some languages. So, and the wife is just tag along, try to learn some language for learning. But the wife lay out all the materials, try to study this language. It's just, his wife is a language expert, language developer. This guy is more expert as a practitioner. He's the one in charge of the whole program. All the 9 team, rally team translate the Bible. Different, he already did one. He invented language for the Solomon Island. For 10 years, he developed a tribal language for people. So you can't tell me he don't know how to approach language. So it was a humiliating process for me. I was struggling with English, Chinese, all this kind of thing, new concept, all these things. It was a sea of information. But at the same time, this guy is so undisciplined in my understanding. So he started selling carry from a coffee cup, ended up with the whole design of the wife is just laid aside, nowhere to be found. And here I try to copy the textbook, a little bit, framework, this is what I want to teach, this is what I learn. Ended up to nowhere, language, so he go anywhere, like go out to another universe. I told us, me and wife was looking at each other. Again, he goes. I in the beginning, I replied, I would tag along with his topic, with whatever he wanted to go. And he's shooting the darts nowhere. He's shooting everywhere he wants to shoot. And I have no idea how I teach this guy. I'm so frustrated. And one day, I don't know how to do it. I can't criticize them, but it's just incompatible too with learning things. It's very important for you guys as siblings to understand this young man think differently, learning things differently. They're different than you. So the wife may not literally struggle to show up because nothing is, she worked hard, she tried to learn this way, just nothing getting done. And so one day she come to me for me to be arbitrator for them. So I said, he's the teacher of the language, we're going to listen to him. He tell you, we do what he tell you to do. So I look at the wife while it was teary and the husband, like little boy being called. And say, well, what do you want to do? That's when God's Spirit showed up. That besides the stories, it ended up, we talk about nothing language in that meeting. So go on. Eventually the wife give up, stop learning. And, let me share something with you. She still showed up, tried to learn as much, but she don't organize anymore. Don't follow the schedule meticulously, everything, vocabulary, everything layout. She has a battle plan. She is an organized lady. And this one is like a little child, he bouncing everywhere. Now this framework, at the time engaging them, and no idea of immersion what means learning language. Because in my understanding, you want to learn language, get a topic, get a subject, let's get it going. So learning from that. So now he knows how to learn language perfectly like it. Eventually I asked him, well, David, why you do these things? He began to say, let me explain to you what I try to do. Actually, I'm not doing this as a child as you think. I just know a method to learn language that is non-conventional, non-common. And, Pamela don't understand that. I just let her wrong, but I had to learn the language very good. I had to really use your time to do the things that effective to any language learner should be. So what she told me is that, often the teacher look at me as an adult. You will teach me with the textbook, you continue position me as an adult. Hear me out, very important. How to learn, how to be a teacher. And the more than the learning things, what it really means how to learn, how to teach. So he said, now you understand, I don't have any basis for this language. If you presume me to be already adult, 20-something years old, and you will think I understand your mind, everything, but I'm not getting there. I'm not starting from there. I need to start from like 3 years old, 4 years old. My time with you, I know I cannot be a scholar. I cannot master the language in the day like 20 years old, write an essay. But at the time I'm with you, I definitely is able to be a 4 years old. And today, in condensing simple time, like 6 months, is what he did, I can converse you like 4 years, understand that was 4 years. So when I wanted to engage to targeting that level, then I need to act like 4 years old. I need you to be the parent, the people around you to create that immersion environment for me to be that 4 years old. I need not you to tell me to do this, do that. This is the way you do things. It's a 4 years old to learn language like that. He's just curious. He's just, continue bouncing around. His curiosity inspired. His mind is in a different way of absorbing, very important, in a different way of absorbing, receiving information, maybe not organized and displaying the format as you think, but for his mind, for his learning ability, that's the most important for his mind to absorb things. Now, people learning things in that way, in the academic world we set up for education, is a weirdos. They're actually the most brilliant mind. I'm not saying Elijah is not quite there. Elijah is not that intense. Usually he's not interested. That's a different story. And this guy is interested. He's super intense. He will drag me anywhere. He goes rabbit trail. He's inspire me to talk to him. He's super interested. Now, I was like, what in the world are you talking about? What does he say? I was willing to adapt, so I changed my engagement with them, began to go on with him. And about 4 or 6 months later, less than that, we're talking. He was talking like 4 or 5 years old. He was speaking Chinese to me. Isn't that amazing? He learned to talk Chinese in 4 or 5 months. In 4 or 5 months. That's amazing. Have you learned how you can learn, you learn Spanish? Can you do that? How many times you spend? You see the frustration coming? If you can't talk and understand Spanish like a 4 or 5 years old, after years study, don't you feel stuck or not? When you want to continue, you can continue, bust your head. But if you can't talk like a 5 years old, 6 years old, then this Spanish is native language for you now. Think about it. You're not afraid to read anything, engage anything, talk, go anywhere, go to any restaurant, go talk. You're familiar with it. Interact with anyone can speak Spanish. You're a Spanish person. Do you know the difference? The huge difference between the two? When I'm able to, as a 5 years old, to speak natively, like a native person, as a Spanish-speaking person, or have the one spend a long time trying to learn to do Spanish, a bunch of language, a bunch of time, but he can't function, and he don't know where to go next time. I mean, such a barrier, such a burden. Now, why is that important? That's when I'm talking about this kind of experiences to me inspired me to think about the spiritual education carried out. Because Christianity and the evangelical world, the Western society, the Greek thoughts, if you will, the academics, continually said, you need to learn things by a subject, by the set time, by doing things. They forgot people don't learn things by reading books. They can, but it's not real to them. It's not effective to them. Making sense? No, and we think those skills, those approaches are we test people, we test students, whether they're academically excellent or not. That's so wrong. You got the highest scholars, the most sophisticated thinkers, but he cannot organize a family, he cannot organize a community, he cannot even get his own life together. But they're full of ideas, full of knowledge, but they don't know the basics of relationship, the basic family life. But you can't do spiritual or godly life in that nature. Now that inspired me. I'll give you thoughts on this. Lately I'm talking about the culture. How you build a culture? This is off topic a little bit. You can't build a culture by sermons, by just irritating the belief system you have, right? By just every day study the Bible on topic, by relational engagement. It's like, okay, are we learning Spanish? Let's learn Spanish together, talk Spanish. Getting more and more. Dion says my point, like somebody is fluent, efficient in Spanish. Wow, he can create that whole environment of Spanish learning. But student has to say, okay, I really want to learn Spanish. No, you pray for us. I hope this is important for you. The two purposes I want to tell you is how you come here to develop the learning skill sets, okay? The second I want to tell you is when somebody uniquely talented, the mind, the way of absorbing, passion, engaging information or education different than conventional thinking, maybe have another approach to say, why God made that person different? How can I approach that, appreciate that, and encourage that? So it's you. If I'm different, I understand different than people. Now, how I can make that not obsessive or frustration for me and others? You know what? The husband who have married 30, 40 years cannot see through a learning session. That's not functional. And they all expert in language. As if it's student language, they cannot carry out the session. Do you understand? Some fundamentals is not working out, basically. But for young people, for your benefit, the eventual benefit, that kind of differences had to resolve fundamentally. It cannot be disrupted, It has to work together. not just compromise, but really enhance each other, working together. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? Yeah, they are expert in their fields. They're serious experts in the field. They are the front people of a language theory in the world. Okay, I'm not talking about the simple things. They are learn from the best. They are friends with the, the NIV translator, who's governing philosophy behind it. They are friends with the head designer for the NIV translators. There is different philosophy behind NIV translation than other translations. Okay, Colossians thoughts, notion translation. So my point is that they were sophisticated, they know a lot of theory, but they also were practical. When you go to Ireland to build a language, to train all the people to use that language, you different than just being a theory in the academic world. You understand me? So I will pray for us.
Lord, I pray that with, Lord, what you have revealed to us, and Lord, the importance and also the way of, Lord, practicing this, Lord, this way of relating to one another, Lord, in more than what we learn in terms of subject, Lord, but how we learn it, and Lord, the way that we grow with one another in learning it, Lord, is indeed comparable to, or the learning of a language. Lord, for in the learning of a language, we, in many ways, form an entire framework of thinking, Lord, even of the heart, Lord, because language plays such a key role in how, Lord, we relate to one another, communicate with one another. So, Lord, what a beautiful picture of the way that you desire your people to speak and function in an entirely different and new language, Lord, that being the language of your culture and your way, Lord, because it is upon that very foundation, Lord, that you desire us to relate with one another, to communicate with one another, Lord, to fellowship with one another, Lord, that is as, Lord, your maturing sons, Lord, not as men and women of this world, Lord, even though we may live on it, but Lord, to grow, Lord, with one another as your people. So Lord, I pray that our eyes would truly be open to, Lord, this reality, Lord, even as we, Lord, gather together on days such as this, Lord, where we genuinely seek to practice these things, Lord, and I pray that, Lord, that we would engage with it wholeheartedly and with a keen awareness of what we are doing. In Jesus' name, amen.
You guys, beautiful students, okay? We're telling each one in right, but still there's a week going to work together, learning together, and going to improve yourself together. Let's turn to Noah's poem. We're going to wrap up in about 10 minutes. So, Noah, now you read it. Every day, feel free to pick on it, slash it, and trash it, whatever. So, yeah.
Pick, slash, and trash?
Yeah. So, no, it's a good poem. One of the best. So.
Thanks. Okay. There is happiness in the smell of rain, glistening skies that weep upon a sobbing earthly face. Do not forget the heavenly star that drives their pouring, as joy is yet tasted in the tears that fall upon smiling lips.
Hold on there. What do you think about this portion? It's an amazing contrast, right? Joy and sorrow. Huh? Okay, everybody sum it up. Now that's a good one. You got 3 now. 4. That's really good, all right? Especially the opening sentence.
It's like a Facebook post.
We're succinctly and openly tell you, hey, they're happy in the rain, so. Yeah, that's more than just a sense, a feeling, experience. Express your thinking, right? Your emotions, right? So yeah, there we go. Let's give power and give effectiveness to its expression, right? So and us, yeah. That's very good. That seems simple, but it's not that simple, right? So yeah. It's not to praise you too much, but I like the way you write it. So go ahead. Yeah.
The scent of enlivened
Now I
soil.
do have a question in this one. It's a more scientific one.
Scientific.
Yeah. If it's raining, it's cloudy, everything covered up by cloud, how you can see the stars?
Wait, I don't get why are you asking that?
Esther got it. Esther rephrased my question to him.
How are you going to be able to see the stars when there's a bunch of clouds covering them?
I'm not saying we see the star. I'm saying that the earthly face and the glistening skies do not.
See?
They do not forget the sun.
See?
Which is driving.
Yeah. See, that's how you pick on people. So.
Sorry, I don't really understand the question.
Now, glistening skies weep upon the sobbing face. Evidently, it's not an earthly dweller to look at this perspective, right? It's rather outside the globe of the earth to look at this thing. Isn't that amazing? When you look at it. That's how I see it. So.
Well,
Right.
just think like what is not forgetting the heavenly star, which is just another way of saying the sun. That the thing that's not forgetting the sun is the glistening skies. Which
Oh,
can be
I
thought of
see.
as the rainy sky.
I see.
Because we, as dwellers on the earth, we only see the gray
The
clouds.
gray.
But what's on the other side of those very same clouds?
Yes.
The sun.
Yes.
And it's driving the pouring of the rain.
Yes.
And obviously up there, it's a far more
Now, yeah.
truthful view.
That's very beautiful. Now Naomi understand it's not the indirect, right? The hidden of expressing things bring beauty to the poem. So
Like this is just like a shallower interpretation of something I try to express that's a little deeper. But sometimes you'll see someone sobbing, and you say, "Why are you crying?" And I say, "I'm not sad. I'm happy."
I'm happy.
You know,
Yes,
those
yes.
experiences we've all
Yes,
had.
yes,
That can be
yes.
thought of as the facade of this person.
Yes.
That's what the earth sees, but what's within is actually true joy, which
True
is like
joy,
compared
yes.
to what's beyond the clouds.
Yes, it's an amazing picture or not. I like it. So unique and poetic. So go ahead.
The scent of enlivened soil, of thankful root and rejoicing leaf, pervades the golden air at the clearing of the storm. And it is so, truer than sense or feeling, that renewed life is sorrow's purpose.
Renewed life is sorrowful. That is your expression. Did he borrow from you?
That was similar from.
Did he borrow from you?
Did you take from mine?
Yeah?
We wrote it.
Yeah? You wrote the same thing, huh? A renewed life.
First one.
Oh, that's yours. That's your renewed life. Yeah? Yeah, you said a renewal of life. Who said
No,
that?
Naomi did.
Naomi. Yeah, that's right. Smart people. Now, who learned the word petrichar?
She heard it from me.
Yeah.
I took it from you.
Yeah, I noticed that. So, but that's a good one. That's good boring. I mean, guys, serious with writing. So, well, let's pick on it. Slash it. Pick it.
I have nothing to say. I don't really have anything to criticize.
Huh?
I just-
Oh, praise. Don't have to criticize.
Well, it's
Huh?
a little bit squished together.
That is.
Why couldn't you
that-
spread it
that
out?
is
I feel like
it.
it was spread
Yeah,
out.
that's my
That's my
criticism.
criticism.
Yeah.
That was my criticism.
That's all.
You know what? You can just go read on my blog.
Okay.
Wait, you post on your blog.
Now comment the good things.
I think it is all good.
Well, that one's wrong.
Well, last time I tried to teach you guys about the art of being a very, very productive critic of poems. Okay?
I'm not very happy that no one copied me.
Yeah. Yeah. That's funny.
I think he was kind of stealing from Naomi's poem.
Hey, did. Oh.
Like I was writing my poem.
Yeah, I
I
believe
turned around
so.
and
I
said,
believe
like,
so.
like,
Yeah. Yeah.
Instead, right?
Yeah. I think.
Naomi was spying on my brain.
So, who wrote this first? Noah, did he steal from somebody?
I assure you, I did not steal from anyone.
We got a youngster on.
I think it's very good.
It's very good. That's all your comments.
Very
It's very nice.
expressive,
I'd like to say it's all good. It's very good.
All good.
That's just 3 comments. That's all. You got
This is my comment.
the most wretched and the unproductive critic I ever encountered in poem critics. Okay.
No can say mine.
No, I think it's really good.
Thank you.
That's all I had to say. So.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Let's wrap it up.
Everyone did great.
Yeah. Did you
Wait,
got?
Sue, you know what you told us?
Uh huh.